Aw, really? Thank you. Let's go meet up with Joel then. Oh, I invited another friend of mine to join too. She should be here any second. She'll be perfect for this kind of thing. Hey, Cyrus, you gotta take off. Is that okay?
No problem.
No problem.
Go ahead.
I still have some private checks to make. So, I will call you before we depart.
Oh, if only we had some help here.
Hey, Joel, we're here.
Hi, everyone.
I'm so happy now. It's nice to have so many people to with.
Are you
here to build a snowman too?
Build
a snowman.
Oh,
Oh, sorry. I forgot to do the introductions. This is Eula, the Spindrift Knight and captain of the Knights of Favonius Reconnaissance Company.
Amber,
You're being far too formal.
The child
is never going to remember all that.
Please,
Just
just
call me Eula.
Okay,
Auntie Eula.
You
You can call me Joel.
Auntie
Auntie
Eula.
Eula?
Eula's gonna add that to her long list of scores to settle.
All right.
All right. If that's what you want to call me, go right ahead.
Eula dyslexic girl.
Amber,
What's this I hear about a snowman?
I came to
assist because you told me the Adventurers Guild was short-handed.
Yeah,
That's something else. But look, Joel's at the age where he should be having fun, and there's nothing
on
Dragon's
Dragon's
Spine.
He used to
He used to build snowmen with his dad, and since his dad's not around, we're keeping him company instead.
Besides,
Eula, it's gonna be more fun than taking an ice bath all by yourself.
Let's combine
our forces and build ourselves a huge snowman. It'll be a ton of fun.
Auntie
Eula,
are you
are you too busy to join in? It's okay, I understand.
No,
Nothing like that.
My mind
My mind is on something else, that's all.
Building a
Building a
snowman
snowman with Joel, are we? Sounds wonderful.
I'd be
I'd be delighted to join you.
Then
let's get started.
First, we need to
split up into teams to gather some supplies. Joel and I can be on one team. You and Eula can be on the other team.
Hey, Joel.
See that huge tree over there? Want to race me there?
Yeah, let's do it.
Wow. Those two are fast. It's hard to tell which one has more fun. Hey, what you two? Why are you staring at us? You're not saying anything.
Well, Joel
probably hasn't spent much of his life in the city.
He doesn't know
me.
and he doesn't
know what the Lord's name means to the people in Mondstadt.
Right. That's why he calls you Auntie Eula.
True. In his eyes,
I'm just another ordinary person from Mondstadt.
It was a
surprise,
but not in
but
a
not in a
bad way.
bad way at all.
How very
perceptive of you.
Were you
Were you staring at me the whole time when everyone was talking?
You
shan't be getting off lightly for that.
The
The
truth
truth is,
I'm
I'm a little concerned that I might be quite inept at building snowmen.
I
have never built a snowman before.
My
My
upbringing
upbringing is very strict,
so I
so I never had a chance when I was a child.
And after
And after I grew up,
of course,
yes,
it's not
it's not the sort of thing I would spend my time doing.
Oh, no. I'm starting to feel sorry for you.
You sound
confident.
Alright then.
Right.
Enough small talk
for now.
I see we
I see we have a number of good adventurers that are joining us.
Greetings. We have a slight problem here.
We've done
We've
it.
done
It
it.
turns
It
out
turns out we have an odd number of participants.
In other
In other
words,
words, we still have one instructor slot here.
how it
How
happened
it
was,
happened.
we
We
originally
asked Vision to be an instructor.
but she was
But she was busy
designing
selling
outside of
nonsense during this week.
So
So we found another attempt to fill in for her, but they still haven't shown up yet.
Thank
Thank goodness you are here. Ugh.
Oh, hello. My name is Gerald. I'm a new adventurer.
In that
In
case.
that case,
Fine.
fine.
But for that,
But for that,
you will pay.
you will pay.
Huh?
Huh?
Pay for what?
Pay for what?
Okay,
Okay,
I got it.
I got it.
I'm ready and
Ready
willing
and
to
willing to learn.
Good. And everything is settled.
Thank you
Thank
for
you
your
for your help.
If
If
anybody
anybody else signs a bill,
I may have
I may have to ask for your help as well.
Why did you get this up here? Oh, okay. So nice. I'm unnoticed this now. You must have met a lot to her. To be honest, you really is a good instructor. Most people find it hard to climb on the mountain because of the sheer cold. Oh, now Pilot gets it. This must be the reason why Amber got you in the first place. We were supposed to find supplies, and now you're busy with other stuff, and Paimon doesn't feel like going around collecting. How do you think Amber and Joel are doing? Let's head up the mountain and see what they're up to. Strange. Didn't they say they were going this way? Where the heck are they? Did we get here too late? Have they moved on already? Could they be in danger? Hurry! Let's go check it out! The sound is completely stopped! How could that happen? After all the adventures we've been on, our acting skills are honed to perfection! Aren't they? Oh, guess we underestimated what was behind it. But if that's the case, what exactly are we doing here?
I know
That voice.
What brings you
What
to
brings you to Dragonspine?
Oh, so it was Albedo all along!
all alone?
All along.
Oh, what do you mean
What do
by
you
that?
mean by that?
On the way here, we kept hearing weird noises. I felt like someone was watching us the whole time. Turns out it was you! Honestly, you really gave us a gift. If you're bored up here, something useful to do. Don't go sneaking around scaring the poop out of people.
The
The
things
things you felt and heard could easily be attributed to elements or bandits, perhaps.
you should
You should be wary at all times in this environment.
There are all
There are all too many ways to sustain losses here if you aren't careful.
So,
So,
what business
what business brought you here?
We actually came to look for you. But then it turned into looking for Amber. But now we met you. So, we're back to that again.
Your thought
Your thought process is rather chaotic,
as is the
way in which you articulate it.
Hey, how dare you! All I'm trying to say is that we came here to look for you.
Oh, not so.
Not so.
Then it
Must surely be something of great importance.
I'm all ears.
All ears.
He seems to be in a better mood, right? Does that mean Tomei's stupidity doesn't do him after? Huh. Okay, let's just forget that.
That's okay.
It's okay if you can't tell me about it.
Just
treat this as an opportunity to stroll on the mountain,
enjoy the
enjoy the view.
So basically, the truth is we're here on an adventure review.
Oh, I see.
I see.
So
You foisted the rookie off onto Eula
so that
so that you could wander off and goof around.
We're not goofing around. And Eula was the right person for the job. We were just nice. What about you then? What are you doing on Dragon's Spine?
a friend
My friend commissioned me to do some artwork recently,
and I
and I have yet to finish.
I came here
because it's a quiet place where I can gather my thoughts,
gather
gather
inspiration,
inspiration,
and gather
and gather some raw materials for me.
Raw materials? What?
paint.
Paint.
Star
Star silver can be used to make high-quality silver paint.
I just
I just ran out of my previous batch,
so I'll
so I'll collect some more while I'm here.
Or can be used to make paint?
Yes,
Yes,
but
but you have to be selective with the specimens you choose.
even with
Even with a high level of impurities,
Star
Star silver still contains fine silver-colored particles,
but
but
they lack
they lack luster,
which impacts
which impacts the color saturation of the pigment made from them.
paint made
Being made with such pigment is generally viewed as a fake or a defective product.
Interesting. So, paint design. Can you talk about how you find inspiration? I want to learn.
You want to
You want to learn to paint?
No, not for me. Traveler. I'm a traveler to learn how to paint. During our travels, we sometimes have nights where there's nothing to do. It sure be nice to do something memorable rather than just sit around. Painting is a great example because it can capture a moment in time. So it seems like it's definitely a worthwhile skill to have. Yep, why not? Once you mastered it, you can paint Paimon.
Not a bad idea. Well, since you two would like to learn more about painting, why don't you come with me to the campsite? I have painting materials there. You can practice while I give you some guidance.
Sounds great! Oh, she'll be fine. She is a knight of Favonius after all. Let's just forget about all that stuff for now and go with Albedo. Come on, let's go! It's so cold out. Paimon wants to get to the camp and warm up by the fire.
Solidify!
It's gotta be!
Some things are missing.
Nothing valuable, hopefully. Wait, where's Paimon's Bora?
It's hard to say their value, but some of my alchemy notes are missing.
Alchemy notes? Would they fetch a high price?
To the uninitiated, they are merely scraps of paper. But for someone who knows what they're doing, the knowledge contained in those notes is more valuable than any treasure.
So you're saying only someone who knows alchemy would have stolen them? But the only people who come to Dragonspine are adventurers
I feel the same way. However, hilly trail break-ins and other such incidents are not unheard of on Dragonspine. It's difficult to draw a conclusion based solely on the evidence at hand. These appear to be...
Footprints?
fresh ones. Meaning our thief can't have made it far.
Let's chase him down! We can't let them get away!
From the entrance, the footprints go that way.
Oh, that thieving thief!
The footprints lead up there.
So they scaled the cliff! Okay, after them!
Solidify!
Come into being!
Stabilize! Burst forth! This is order!
Live! Moment of birth!
Hey, come on out!
Come into being! Disappear! Worthless! Here! Worthless! Here! Worthless! Here!
Footprints on the snow are so hard to notice. So easy to lose track completely. Huh? The footprints stop here!
Our thief must have jumped from the cliff. Get your wind glider ready. You're going down. Useless.
Looks like I went too far.
Here, more footprints.
They're heading to the cavern! Ooh, we got you now! You sure can run, but you definitely can't hide! Let's go in!
Wait, I have an idea. I'll go in alone. Traveler, please stay here and guard the entrance. This cavern has 2 points of entry, and there are shortcuts inside. Judging from the state of the footprints, he hasn't been in there long. I should be able to reach the other side before he does.
Cut him off at both ends. Good idea!
Whoever apprehends the thief first has to notify the other party. This way we're fully covered. Still, safety comes first. We do not yet know the identity of our thief. Please take care.
We'll be fine.
Okay, see you shortly. Of course.
I wonder if Albedo found the thief. This is taking forever. Really? Huh. Maybe it just feels like a long time because Paimon hates waiting. Waiting is so boring. Why don't we find something to do to pass the time? You know, something like... Oh! Look at all that star silver over there! Why don't we gather it up for Albedo? It's right next to the cavern, so we won't be going far. If anything happens outside, we can be right back here in no time! Yay! Let's get started! Huh. This stuff looks kinda lackluster. Hey, this one's not bad! Alright, this should be enough. Some star silver shines a lot more brightly than others, huh? Finally, you're back!
Yes. Sorry. I was unable to catch him. He was faster than I'd imagined.
Oh, so after all that, we still don't even know who the thief was? What back completely empty-handed. We did some mining.
Mining?
Yeah, for star silver. Look, we got quite a lot. It's just like you said. Some are really bright and shiny, and others just look like regular lumps of rock with a little shiny bit here or there.
Star silver. I was merely saying what was on the front of my mind. I hadn't thought you would genuinely go and gather some.
Well, you said they can be turned into paint, so we got pretty curious. Also, if it weren't for that thief, we'd be making paint by now anyway, right? Or even painting by this point. Anyway, it's all the thief's fault for wasting our time.
Yes, it's all the thief's fault. The notes mean a lot to me. I'm not quite ready to give up the search yet. Let's keep an eye out for clues as we go.
Oh, just one thing. Do you want us to bring all this ore back, or did you want to sort through and get rid of the useless bits first? There's no point in bringing the bad ones back if it'll ruin the quality of the paint. Some of them do look pretty dull to Paimon, so it doesn't seem like those will be of any use at all.
Indeed. The sorting process is necessary. Humans are such practical creatures. They only want those things that are good. Once they have learned to distinguish between good and bad, they will never stop comparing things in their minds. Useless things should be disposed of at the outset.
Right! Saves a lot of time that way. Efficiency first. So let's start by...
Help! Help me!
Wait! Did you guys hear that? Was that a cry for help? It's likely an adventurer in danger. Okay. The voice was definitely coming from around here.
Is anybody there? Help me!
No way! Is that...
Is that the Traveler in Paimon? It's me, Bennett!
Whoa! It's really him! Let's get him out!
So sorry to trouble you guys again. The key should be someplace nearby. Please, help me find it.
Wow! So much clutter! Oh, we're not gonna find... Uh-oh! We got company!
First forth, witness my great undertaking. I will have order.
Oh, so they kept the key with them! Huh. We were searching around for nothing.
Oh, finally, I'm out. Thank you so much. If only there hadn't been rocks mixed in with the snow on the tree, it wouldn't have made me all dizzy when it fell down onto my head. And then I would have never walked into the Fatui's trap.
Bennett? In a cage? Never saw that coming.
I won't bore you with the rest of the details. Just me being unlucky again.
Yep, taking them out was child's play. No need to thank us.
You did? That's so nice of you guys. I know they were probably just following orders. But still, thanks for helping me out.
So what are you doing on Dragonspine? Didn't Razor want to come with you?
Did you hear about the Adventurers Guild thing? They're hosting a winter camp here. As one of their veteran adventurers, I'm here to help out the rookies. Razor's not an adventurer, and as the leader of Benny's adventure team, as well as the only actual member, I had to come on my own. But now I've been stuck here for so long, I probably missed it. Oh, I hope Cyrus doesn't get mad at me.
Oh! Wait, so that guy Gerald who got left in the lurch, he was supposed to be paired up with you? If so, sorry Bennett, but you really did miss it. He got paired up with a different instructor instead.
What? Weren't they short on instructors? Where'd they suddenly get extras from?
A few people from the Knights of Avonia stepped up in order to help support the event. so they ended up with more instructors than students.
Knights of Favonius. Yeah, they're definitely more reliable than me. I'm just a walking accident waiting to happen.
Right. Anyway, that was just the situation when we last saw them. It might have changed by now. Who knows? Maybe a whole load more rookies will have turned up to join in. Besides, after all the trouble you've gone to show up as an instructor, I'm sure Cyrus will put you to work.
Really?
For sure. Hey, wait a second. Where'd Albedo go?
Albedo? You mean the alchemist from the Knights of Favonius? He's one of the instructors too?
No, he just happened to be on Dragonspine. We were just with him, but then we heard you calling for help. He must have left us at some point after that. Could he have gone back to keep looking for clues? Let's go back to the cavern and see if he's there. Still no sign of Albedo. This is weird. Where has he run off to?
This is great! Dragonspine's so fun today! There's so many people around. It's never usually like this.
This was where we heard Bennett's cry for help, right? We heard his voice and went straight over to rescue him. Then we noticed Albedo was gone. Huh. So he just didn't feel like helping us save Bennett?
Wait, what?
What are you talking about?
Oh, Albedo! Where the heck have you been? We've been looking for you!
I should be the one to ask you that. Didn't I tell you to stay at the cavern entrance?
Huh?
I'm not really following who was waiting for who and who was looking for who, but first things first. I apologize, Albedo. I don't fully understand what's going on, but it seems like it's mostly my fault.
No. Bennett, this is not because of you. You needn't blame yourself. Traveler, clear this up for me. What was the reason that you left the cavern entrance? Did you...
There you are. Stay right there. You have a lot of explaining to do.
What? Me?
Huh? You, huh? Aren't you supposed to be helping the new guy?
Yes, that's what I would be doing, if I hadn't been interrupted by a certain someone's malicious scheming. Albedo, I saw you taking Jewel towards the wasteland at the edge of Dragonspine. That place is crawling with monsters. What the devil do you think you were doing?
Whoa, wait a second. What's going on? Actually, wrong question. How much stuff is going on?
When I came to stop you from leading Joel any further, your first reaction was to throw the child down and attack me. When I fought back, you quickly fled. Care to explain?
I see. Interesting.
Interesting.
Eula, it sounds like you met an imposter. Someone who was impersonating me.
Impersonating you? To what end?
It is difficult to draw a definitive conclusion for now. But these strange incidents do seem to be connected.
Your alchemy notes were stolen. Can the Traveler and Paimon testify that the three of you were together up until you entered the cavern?
Yes, we can confirm that.
As things stand, I don't have any reason to harm the child. Whoever you met is likely to be both the thief who stole my notes and also an imposter. Of course, it's entirely natural for you to be skeptical of my story. I was separated from the Traveler and Paimon for a significant duration while we were pursuing the thief. My word alone cannot serve as a definitive account of my actions and whereabouts during that period. But the Traveler and Paimon can at least testify that I was not the individual who tore up the campsite or stole my notes.
Albedo, do you have any enemies? Could it be one of your enemies impersonating you to get revenge on you or something?
I don't have any enemies. and I'm not aware of having given anyone cause to exact vengeance upon me. There is insufficient evidence to assert what happened with any certainty at this point. Given how serious the situation is, I intend to investigate it myself, even if you decide not to pursue it any further. Eula, I won't discourage your ongoing suspicion of me if you can't believe my story. Though, naturally, I would hope you can afford me some credibility on account of our solidarity as fellow members of the Knights of Favonius. Traveler, Paimon, Bennett, if you are willing, I welcome you to monitor my activities beyond this point so that you can act as my witnesses. If I am what this imposter wants, he will come looking for me again eventually. Things can only become clearer from that point on.
I'll give you the benefit of the doubt, as preposterous as your claims sound, and I will choose to believe that an imposter went after Joel, and not you. I will keep Joel safe. If you need any support with the investigation, contact myself and Amber.
You have my gratitude.
As far as Amber goes, I will...
Eula! Eula! Where are you?
Amber, we're here!
Eula! Oh, and Traveler, Paimon, Albedo, and Bennett. You're all together. Great. Bennett, I'm glad I ran into you here. Cyrus was telling me you still hadn't shown up. He was getting worried you might have run into some trouble.
Yeah, I ran into a little trouble. Thanks for your concern.
Sure thing. Well, now that I found you, let's go check in with Cyrus. But before that, has something come up? How come you're all gathered here together? Need any help?
Between us, there have been a few minor incidents, but nothing I haven't already dealt with.
Oh, yeah. It's my fault, really. All because of my bad luck. But everything is fine now.
So, it's all set then? Great! Shall we head back down together? I did say I'd bring Bennett back if I saw him.
Sure, I'm ready to go.
Very well. Let's go.
And then there were 3.
Traveler, can we talk somewhere else? There's something I need to tell you. Let's go to my camp. My camp is somewhere that we can talk openly, without reservation. But before that...
Whoa! What a mess!
Thank you. I appreciate it. I've been absorbed in my research lately and haven't attended to the dusting. It's due for a cleaning.
Yep, that should do it. Neat and tidy.
Thank you, both of you. Now that everything is in order, it's time to talk.
You look really serious right now. Is this about what happened earlier?
I remember I once told you that you must have questions, and that I would answer them. I also said that, while I did not wish to deceive you, there were certain things I could not go into detail on. I am a synthetic human being. A human forged by human hand. The one who created me, my mother and teacher. Her name is Rhine-Daughter, a researcher from Conria, also known as Gold.
A synthetic human? What the... How the heck does that work?
When the pinnacle of attainment in alchemy is combined with unimaginably vast learning, the apex achievement is the creation of human life.
When you say Conria, do you mean...
I am indeed somewhat older than my appearance might suggest, But when I came into being, Conria had already been destroyed. I have no memories of it. My master raised me and taught me everything. Like her, I am a pure alchemist. I live for academic knowledge. Nationality and identity are not what ultimately define us. Traveler, what is your general feeling toward Dragonspine? You've visited numerous times now. Would you say it's a cold, eerie, and melancholy place? Rhine-daughter created two miraculous beings. One is me, and the other is the venomous dragon, Durin, who died here.
Durin? So that makes you guys brothers?
As sons of Rhine-daughter, Durin and I are indeed inextricably linked to one another. The phenomenon of our creation defies definition within the scope of a typical human worldview. But if we may tentatively call it birth, then yes, we, by extension, are family.
Speaking of Durin, Paimon remembers that his power was quite special.
That's right. Because of this, whenever strange things happen on Dragonspine, it always makes me wonder. For instance, the feeling of being watched that you described, as well as the sounds you heard, and the one impersonating me that Eula met.
Oh, right! Paimon knows what you mean! When Eula and the others were here just now, the Traveler gave me a look as if to say, don't say anything. Probably because it would only make you more suspicious, so Paimon kept quiet. But Paimon noticed that you came out of the cavern not too long after going in, and you told us that you didn't manage to catch the thief. Then we heard Bennett calling for help, so we went to rescue him. But strangely, you didn't come with us. And when we got back to the cavern to go find you, suddenly you were the one looking for us.
So, it seems that you met my imposter too.
Well, if so, it was a pretty good impression. He had you down to a T. We never would have guessed. Also, after he left us, why did he go after Joel?
Perhaps Durin's power drives people to madness. But that's merely crude conjecture. Whether someone is impersonating me or there is another false me out there, this is a cursed tale, and it is not one whose weight you should have to bear. Traveler, perhaps you should return to Mondstadt if you have no further business here. The work that lies ahead will occupy me completely. I'm afraid I will be unable to entertain you beyond this point.
Yeah, we're Dragonspine veterans by now. If there's something really bad going on, we can't just leave you here to deal with it on your own. That wouldn't be very nice now, would it? Besides, there's no one else in Mondstadt that you can talk to about this. Sucrose and Timaeus don't know your secret. Yeah, don't push us away at a time like this.
Alright, thank you. You were intending to participate in that winter camp, if I recall correctly. That could serve as an excellent pretext for you to remain on the mountain. In that case, please join in the activities of the Adventurers Guild as planned, and be on the lookout for any leads while you're at it. If anyone sees me, or someone like me...
We'll be sure to pass the info straight on to you.
Good. Then we're agreed.
Okay, let's split up to look for clues, then meet back here at this camp in a few days' time.
Sounds good to me. But please, whatever happens, put your safety first at all times.
We should look for a place to take shelter. I'll be fine.
Yeah, let's go on a... La la la. Yeah. La la la. Woo.
Time to work.
Coming to be!
Solidify. Get out of my way.
La la la.
Stabilize. I'll put you on hell load of
Burst forth!
Shouldn't be careless.
That's it! Cook this through.
Solidified! Coming to be.
La la la.
Stabilize! Order guide you! Solidified! Burst forth! Moment of birth!
This should be where Kokomi said to meet her. Do you still remember this place? Paimon remembers we came by here last time we visited Watatsumi Island. That was back when you did your stint as captain of Swordfish too. Paimon's curious whether the resistance troops still remember you. Things on the island must have changed a lot since then. Oh, shall we take a look around?
If the enemy outnumbers you, seek their weakness and exploit it. If you outnumber the enemy, seek unequivocal domination and crush them. Marauders on the waterfront are supplied by sea. Burning their ships is the path to success.
General Goro, sir, do you have a verdict?
More or less. From the directives left behind by Her Excellency, we can surmise that a Fatui ship is moored nearby. This explains their aggressive posture. We could split into two teams, one to draw their attention and the other to circle around behind enemy lines and set fire to their ship. They'd have nowhere to run. Then again, Madame Kokomi made clear that we are not to split up without sufficient forces. We'd risk being picked off one by one until our whole line of defense disintegrated.
Sir, shall I send for reinforcements?
I doubt there's time. Based on their movements, they'd likely be gone before our troops arrived. Her Excellency's directives also stipulate that we should wait in ambush and avoid making the first move. Since we lack sufficient troops, I don't think we can afford to engage the enemy at this time.
Sir, we're just gonna stand by and watch them leave? Surely there must be another way.
Her Excellency's directives also state help may arrive when all seems lost. As for where this help is supposed to come from,
Hey, Goro! What are you guys up to?
Captain, you've returned to Watatsumi Island.
That's great! Her Excellency's directives are as reliable as ever. You've arrived just in time. Recently, the remnants of the Fatui forces have been unusually active. We've been monitoring their movements, waiting in ambush here. Unfortunately, we don't have the manpower to split into two teams. Can we ask you to keep them occupied?
Hard to say no when it's the Fatui. Whatever they're planning, we won't let them get away with it.
Good. There's not a moment to lose. We'll go behind enemy lines and sabotage their ship. Let's meet back here afterward. Watch yourselves. We'll be back shortly.
Seems like the Resistance still remembers us. Come on, let's help them get this situation under control.
You'll get
Solidify! I will have order! Comrades! They've set the ship on fire!
an arson attack. Curse them.
They leave us no choice but to attack! Comrades, let's make them regret it!
We were lucky to have you here. We'd have no way to prevent their escape without you.
What's that you're holding? Is it the directives from Kokomi? Let Paimon see. Oh, wow. This is a whole book. Is it all Kokomi's directives?
Yeah. Well, no, not all of them. I have 5 more volumes with me.
Are you serious?
Her Excellency always plans for every scenario. Plus, these are her general operational directives, which are more comprehensive than most. Still, we're fortunate to have them. They make sure we're prepared for every eventuality, no matter how complex.
Understanding every eventuality sounds tiring enough, let alone writing them all down. Must have taken Kokomi a heck of a long time.
Captain, are you back on Watatsumi Island to lead Swordfish 2 again? We've all been feeling your absence. Her Excellency says that now is a time of peace, and that we should reduce the size of the military and focus on helping the civilian population return to normal life. About half of us are still organized into task forces, supporting the platoons. The other half have been given various other functions like patrol, construction, and farming. Of course, not everyone's happy about it. The other day, an old buddy of mine was grumbling about being forced to build houses. Said they'd have to drag him away from the front line, kicking and screaming.
The spirit of the resistance is alive and well, huh? Anyway, we're here because Kokomi invited us to the victory feast. Do you know where we can find her, Goro?
I believe Her Excellency is currently at Boro Village. There were reports of a possible disturbance over there. If I'm not mistaken, Her Excellency has gone to deal with it in person. We should probably get going ourselves. And, also, on your way over, please check in on the soldiers. I'm sensing a growing unease among them, but I don't know what's causing it. They won't say. They used to tell me all their concerns, but whatever this is, they're keeping it hidden. I don't like it one bit. I suspect there's trouble afoot.
Sounds good. Paimon was just thinking it'd be good to see everyone again. Ready when you are.
Wait, aren't you Captain of Swordfish too? Oh, it is you! Oh, you have our gratitude. Watatsumi Island wouldn't have come to peace without your efforts. I wasn't with Swordfish 2, but I did see you with Tatarasuna. Oh, you really gave it to those shogunate samurai in the fight of honor. Oh, it was quite the show. Is there anything you need from me? I'm at your service. On edge, you say? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've noticed it too. In fairness, the battle isn't long over, and, well, perhaps it isn't quite over for them. You know what I mean? Every single person looked death in the face that day. It's not an experience you forget in a hurry. Victory's declared, and all of a sudden, the fighting's over. But people can't just snap back into normal life again. I think things will improve, but it's gonna take some time. I don't know what else it could be, but what I do know is that as long as Her Excellency is with us, Watatsumi Island is safe. And all the more so now that you're back. Seriously, if there's ever anything you need, just say the word.
What a nice guy. Let's go ask some other people.
Yeah. Oh, peace at last. Living the dream.
Don't I know you? I've definitely seen you somewhere before. Can't place you, but I'm guessing you're not with the Shogun's army. So, do you need something? Unsettled? Unsettled how? I haven't noticed anything. Not that I would, necessarily. I keep to myself, mostly. They're all too rowdy for me. We're at peace now, finally, and I, for one, intend to make the most of it. My life right now is about two things and two things only. The sun and the sea breeze. Sorry that I can't be more help to you. I'll tell you someone you could ask, though. Sangonomiya. She knows everything.
Seems he's about to fall asleep. Let's leave him to rest and go find someone else to ask.
I don't understand what Her Excellency is thinking. I mean, peace talks? Give me a break. Why would she agree to that?
Exactly. Everyone knows you can't trust the Tenryou Commission. I heard they've been secretly coordinating with the Fatui and plan to continue their attacks.
Wait, for real? You're sure of this?
Positive. Some of our guys had a run-in with a few Fatui. They caught them conspiring together firsthand.
I knew it! The Tenryou Commission are a bunch of crooks. They'll never change. Honestly, it's kind of naive for Her Excellency to take them at their word, isn't it?
Shh, keep your voice down. Someone's coming.
Hey there! What you talking about?
Captain, you're back. Do you think we should tell the captain about what we were discussing just now?
No, let's not mention it. He's one of her closest advisors. For all we know, the peace talks could have been his idea.
I'm sure the captain would see where we're coming from, but you're right. We should probably play it safe. Welcome back to Watatsumi Island, Captain. Nothing to report here. Everything is A-okay.
Her Excellency should be in the village at present. Head straight over if you wish, Captain.
Paimon definitely detected some hush-hush going on there. But if they aren't gonna talk, we might as well head over to the village.
Admit it! We know you've been secretly supplying the Tenryou Commission with goods purchased on Watatsumi Island. I knew something was off about a Tenryou Commission merchant doing business here. So, what do you have to say for yourself, huh?
I'm innocent! Ha! You're as guilty as they come. You never should have been allowed to set foot on this island, let alone do business here. Take him away!
Wait! Kokomi! There you are! Something's going down over here! You should take a look, pronto!
Your Excellency! This merchant is suspected of criminal activity, so we seized him for questioning. Our surveillance shows that in his whole time here, he has made numerous purchases, but no sales. And yet he has no stock in his possession. We believe it's highly probable that he has been supplying the Tenryou Commission behind the scenes.
I haven't!
That will do. Let's not let ourselves get too worked up here, shall we? Everyone take a deep breath with me. In and out. Better? Matsuda, Uchimura, I understand that you're concerned for the safety of Watatsumi Island. But before we make any decisions over whether this merchant is guilty or not, we must give him the chance to explain himself. If he's guilty, of course, there will be consequences. But if he's innocent, he doesn't deserve to be falsely accused. This is Watatsumi Island. We deal in facts, not opinions. Excuse me, sir. As you know, my subordinates have some concerns surrounding your commercial activity here. Perhaps you could explain your side of the story to help me reach a verdict.
Of course! I can explain everything. I'm a trader on the island, so naturally I built up some inventory. I was planning to hold off on selling until the prices went up, but then, but then I was robbed by the Fatui. They took everything. Now you think about that. First I lose all my inventory, then I get treated like a criminal.
And why should we believe you? So what? That doesn't prove they took his goods. And even if they did, it'll still end up in the Tenryou Commission's hands. They're in this together.
What? The Tenryou Commission are colluding with the Fatui now? This is the first I've heard of it. I suppose it is true. What's that got to do with me?
Would the Tenryou Commission start colluding with the Fatui after the fighting's already finished? Seems unlikely to Paimon. We met a representative of the Kujo clan recently. It doesn't seem like he'd have the time to be colluding right now. But on the way over here, we accidentally on purpose overheard some soldiers mention the exact same thing. Kokomi, do you know anything about it?
It has been brought to my attention, yes. We are scheduled to begin peace talks with the Tenryou Commission soon. The Kamisato clan has arranged for them to take place in a neutral location. Kujo, Sara, and I will be accompanied by our guards. We will use the talks to discuss future plans in detail. But just as arrangements for the peace talks began to fall into place, I started hearing rumors of collusion between the Kujo clan and the Fatui. Allegedly, their goal is to completely wipe out Watatsumi Island. If that's the case, then the peace talks are likely a trap. Even the Kamisato clan could be involved. Sir, are you quite certain that your goods were stolen by the Fatui?
Yes, it's the truth. I swear. They stole my goods and then they ran off that way. I bet that's where that hideout is.
Very well. The potential ramifications of this incident are serious. We will retrieve your goods, and if everything is in order, it will prove your innocence. However, if we find evidence to corroborate the claims of collusion between the Fatui and the Tenryou Commission, I expect you to fully comply with our investigation. Do we have an understanding?
Yes, of course. Thank you, Your Excellency.
Matsuda? Uchimura?
Well received, Your Excellency.
Good. Now, Traveler, Captain of Swordfish Platoon Section 2, would you join me in the investigation? At ease, soldier. For the time being, at least, we are in peacetime. Besides, I'm sure you won't be on Watatsumi Island forever. Whatever titles we may have, we're friends first and foremost.
If we do find the merchant's goods in the hands of the Fatui, it'll prove he's innocent. Whatever's going on...
This must be the Fatui camp that the merchant was talking about. From the looks of it, it used to be a Hilichurl camp. Who knows why the Fatui occupied it?
Looks pretty heavily guarded. How are we supposed to get in?
Not by brute force, that's for sure. But that's not a problem. The terrain here gives us an advantage, and we haven't given away our position so far. Our enemy is in the light while we are in the shadows. Strategically, we have the upper hand. I think we have 3 options available. Option 1. Take the king and it's checkmate. The Fatui's presence in Inazuma is weak at present. Nothing more than a few scattered remnants. If we strike from above and take down their leader first, the rest of them will be hard-pressed to put up a serious fight. Option 2. Hit them where it hurts. Over there, for example, a store of gunpowder cakes. If we manage to discreetly set the gunpowder alight without alerting them, it would deal them a devastating blow. They'd be caught completely off guard. Both their morale and fighting capacity would be severely impaired. Option 3. Use the environment against them. We're close to the sea here, so the air is very humid. I can gather the water vapor, you add a touch of lightning, and together we can shock them into submission.
Wow, that's our grand strategist. It's a lot to think about, though. Which option should we choose?
That will depend on our assessment of our own abilities. A surprise attack from the air is the quickest solution, but requires superior combat skills. With an explosion, we could rapidly reduce their numbers without a protracted battle, but absolute stealth would be required during the operation, or we'd risk exposing ourselves. If we decide to take advantage of the environment, we should be prepared for... There's the swordfish captain I know. Every confidence in your abilities. It's decided then. Let's fight this one together. I'm no warrior myself, but I can still provide some support. I certainly won't be dropping you into battle all by yourself. We should take them down as quickly as possible and retrieve the merchant's goods.
Coming to be.
This is order.
The king is overthrown. Only the pawns remain.
Burst forth. Coming to be. You can hear this. Detoxify. Cook this through.
Excellent work.
All thanks to your genius tactics.
Actually, even the best tactics live or die on the strength of those executing them. Winning a battle takes a concerted effort from everyone involved. Victory never belongs to a single person.
Now that you mention it, Paimon did make a pretty big contribution, huh? Hey!
I must admit, I wasn't expecting to find the Fatui laying low in a Hilichurl camp. Presumably, they've been operating out of here in secret for quite some time. What's their objective? Are the soldiers right? Could they really be in collusion with the Tenryou Commission? Let's scour the camp for evidence. If the merchant's story is true, the inventory should be here.
All right, time to take a look around. Whoa! This place is chock full of bomb-making materials. This is way too dangerous. We should tell Kokomi right away and figure out the best way to deal with it. So these are the Fatui food supplies? Hey, look here. Could these belong to the merchant? There's a lot of stuff. Some of it Kokomi! Kokomi! We found the merchant's stuff! Look!
I see. Oh, nothing. I just zoned out for a moment. Let's see here. Yes, these are the stolen goods, all right. Food, medicine, farming tools, all essential for post-war recovery. And he was probably stockpiling them until he could make a handsome profit. By contrast, it's doubtful that the Tenryou Commission has any need of these items, so the idea that he was supplying them doesn't make a lot of sense. In all likelihood, he's just an opportunistic merchant. Nothing quite as scandalous as Matsuda and Uchimura had imagined.
He's hardly a saint, though, right? How could he stockpile things that people are desperate for? We're not just gonna give them back to him and let him go, are we? It doesn't feel right.
Don't worry, I had already foreseen this. In my recently issued post-war temporary decree, I included restrictions on the prices of essential everyday goods. These items will ultimately reach the people at a reasonable price. If he had taken the time to read the decree, it's unlikely he ever would have ended up in this predicament.
Kokomi, you think of everything!
I wish that were true. Take this alleged collusion between the Tenryou Commission and the Fatui, for example. I'm still completely stumped. The low energy doesn't exactly help.
Huh? What do you mean by that?
Nothing. Come on, let's take the goods back. It's not long now until the victory feast. It'll be a race against the clock to get all of this resolved before it starts.
Got it! First we mend the peace, then we attend the feast!
Let's try some different seeds.
My goods! You got them back, huh? Thank you, Your Excellency. And thank you, Captain. You see, I told you I was innocent.
I'm not so sure. You could have easily planned the whole thing with the Fatui in advance.
Based on the information we gathered from the Fatui camp, there's nothing to suggest he had any correspondence with them. Had it been the case, then knowing how the Fatui operates, they would have left some evidence of it.
But what if...
No ifs, no buts. We've recovered the goods. As agreed, this is sufficient to establish his innocence.
Apologies.
Guess we got carried away.
What did I tell you? You army numbskulls don't have a clue. All brawn and no brains coming to me with your crazy conspiracies. Lay off me next time, got it?
Sir, I'm afraid you're getting ahead of yourself. You may be innocent of the accusations originally leveled at you, but hoarding essential goods is a crime under the temporary decree. You must bear the consequences. You have already admitted to being the owner of these goods, so we are obliged to respond with appropriate measures. In addition to enforcing the sale of these goods at the accepted rates, there will also be a fine, the amount of which...
Wait, Your Excellency, whose side are you on here?
I have no business taking sides. As the Divine Priestess of Watatsumi Island, I abide by the principle of clear and consistent rewards and punishments. Just as merit must be recognized, mistakes must be penalized. You may have been proven innocent of the more serious allegations leveled at you, but this does not exempt you from bearing the consequences of your mistakes.
Wait a minute,
Well, don't just stand there. Take him away. Time to pay up.
Your Excellency, he says all the goods belong to him, but it doesn't add up. Those of a Tenryo Commission emblem are probably his, but not the rest. Especially these ones. They're clearly for shrine use.
It seems the Fatui simply dumped all their stolen goods in one place. Leave the shrine paraphernalia to me. As for the rest, I'll leave you to sift through and try to track down the owners. I know, that's a lot to ask.
Not at all, Your Excellency. We're on it. But if I may, Your Excellency, maybe there were no signs of collusion in this case, but our people know what they saw. Something is going on between the Tenryo Commission and the Fatui. I know the peace talks are coming up, so please keep an open mind.
I understand your concern. I'll be sure to give it further consideration. I'm going to take these items back to the Sangonomiya Shrine. Why don't you come along for the walk? Watatsumi Island observes different customs than the rest of Inazuma. I imagine it must all seem a little alien to you. It's been a long time since I last came to this village. There's been a lot to deal with recently. Next time you visit, I'll take you to visit Watatsumi Island's old shrine. You know, the earliest shrine on Watatsumi Island was not located in Sangonomiya. It was close to the Statue of the Seven. Back then, the people of this island recognized the shogun's existence, despite not venerating her as the shogunate do. But after she struck down our protector deity, the shrine was abandoned. Relations between Watatsumi Island and the shogunate have soured ever since. Mistrust has become deep-rooted over time. I've been hoping to raise all this at the peace talks and discuss it properly. Grievances have to be let go eventually.
Your Excellency, what brings you out this way on your busy schedule? Oh my, you're looking a little worse for wear. You need to take better care of yourself, okay? All of our fates depend on you.
Thanks for your concern, but I'm fine.
Your Excellency, I beg you, heed a word of advice. After all this time fighting the Shogun's army, peace is not something that can simply be declared. If we reconcile with them, the god who once protected us will have died in vain.
Come on, that's ancient history. Besides, the fighting is barely over. We should be grateful to be at peace once more.
I know, it's just... We should remain strong in these negotiations. We mustn't be too ready to compromise.
I appreciate your concerns. I will consider the options carefully and be sure to proceed appropriately.
Wonderful. We're all counting on you, Your Excellency.
Your Excellency? Well, I'll be... fancy meeting you at a place like this. Do you know, my daughter's enrolled herself in the Shrine Maiden selection process this year. If she makes it into Sangonomiya, I'll be one very happy mother. You're a kind and gracious leader. She'd be in very good hands. I'm always telling my daughter that if she gets the chance to learn from Her Excellency directly, she must make the most of it. I mean, just look at Her Excellency, still so young, but so mature and intelligent. My daughter has always looked to you as a role model.
Well, if she comes to Sangonomiya, I'll look out for her.
Your Excellency. Boy, am I glad you're here. As you know, agricultural output has taken a pretty big hit this year. Let me bring you up to speed on the latest situation.
Your Excellency, isn't this the captain of Swordfish 2? Will he be based on Watatsumi Island from now on?
Your Excellency!
Please, remain calm, everyone. I'll get around to all your queries. Though, for the longer ones, I'd prefer it if you could write a report and submit it to the shrine. Then I can respond to each one as and when I have the time. Are you alright? This kind of thing is water off a duck's back for you, huh?
Your Excellency, here you are. There's been a situation. We're still waiting on the delivery of a whole batch of ceremonial items. I'm beginning to worry that they've been stolen.
Oh, we retrieved those already. No need to worry.
Really? That's fantastic! You never cease to amaze us, Your Excellency. I sorted through all the petitions received recently and placed them on your desk. Also, according to the schedule, you're just in time for your meeting today on the development of the textiles industry.
That's today? Right now?
Yes, the two young ladies have arrived safely. We're just waiting for you.
I see. I was hoping to take a walk around the island with you, But it looks like we'll have to save that for some other time. Oh, let's rendezvous tomorrow at the entrance to Sangonomiya Shrine. Then we'll go and make preparations for the victory feast.
Yay! The victory feast! Just to be clear, we're talking lots of delicious food, right?
That's the name of the game. There'll be some Watatsumi Island specialties, which I'm sure you'll enjoy.
Great! See you tomorrow then! Kokomi isn't here yet. That's weird. She doesn't seem like the type to show up late to things. Let's wait a little longer. How is she still not here? Do you think she could be in trouble? Let's go ask that soldier over there.
Are you looking for Her Excellency? I'm afraid she isn't here at the moment. I don't know where she's gone.
So strange. Guess we should just call it a rain check then?
Not necessarily. If I recall correctly, Her Excellency has made special provisions for such a scenario in her general operational directives. Let me see. Yes, number 98. Should a visitor from afar come to see me, and should my whereabouts be unknown, direct them to proceed southward until they arrive at a tree with purple foliage. The footnote stipulates that this only applies when Her Excellency has made no communication regarding her whereabouts before disappearing, and even then, only when the visitor in question is of VIP status. As far as I'm concerned, you two tick all of the boxes. I keep this directive on me at all times. I'm sure this is the right course of action.
Kokomi really does think of everything. All right, let's find the place she wrote about and have a look. Into the middle of nowhere. Hey, doesn't that tree look like the one she described in the directive? It looks like there's a way in over there. Let's take a look. Kokomi! So this is where you ran off to. We were gonna meet up and get things ready for the victory feast today. What happened?
It's you. I apologize. I'm not feeling my usual self today.
You got sick? We'll go find a doctor right away!
No. It's nothing like that. It's just... my energy is completely spent.
You run on energy? You mean
figure of speech. I'm ashamed to admit it, but I can't always be the infinitely capable person I present myself as. You noticed? I guess I haven't quite mastered the ability to hide how I'm feeling. I'll keep working at it. To be honest, I'm not really cut out to be a leader. At first, my dream was to read up on military strategy and perhaps become an advisor. Constantly communicating with people, trying to retain their morale, having to read between the lines, making sure everyone gets the recognition they deserve. It's such hard work. You're somehow supposed to make people feel wonderful just from being in your presence while also commanding their respect. It doesn't come naturally to me. And truth be told, it's something I never wanted for myself. But because of my bloodline, I was always going to end up being the divine priestess, sooner or later. Like it or not, it's just the way it is. So, whenever I feel overwhelmed, I come here to just lose myself in a book and relax for a while. Don't worry, it doesn't affect my work. I handed over preparations for the victory feast to someone else. I have to make a speech tonight, and I mustn't give the troops any reason to suspect that something could be wrong. This peace was hard won, and I want them to feel at ease.
Is there anything we can do to help?
I should be feeling energized again soon if I hold off on work for a little longer. If only there was some way I could listen to a good read on military strategy. I'm sure that'd speed up the process. I was reading a book last time I was here, but I only got about halfway through. Where did I put it?
We'll find it for you, and then we'll read it out to you to help you recover.
You do that for me? Thank you. I'm really lucky you came back to Watatsumi Island.
Whoa, look at all these petitions. So does Kokomi make time to deal with these even when she's resting? Sangonomiya Events Cash Flow Statement. Consolidated Annual Report on Fishing Production. Watatsumi Island Monthly Maintenance Expenses Breakdown? This is a lot of work for one person, and it's on top of all the directives she has to write and the people she has to meet day to day. It's no wonder she gets burnt out from time to time. Let's track down that book and help her feel like herself again. Hey, look! Could this be the book she wanted? Swordfish Captain came back today. Energy +4.
That's just, Give it here!
Guess that was the wrong one. Let's keep looking. It's gotta be this one, right? Look, there's even a bookmark. None of the other books have one, so she must have finished reading those already. Ooh, it's pretty dense. Paimon doesn't understand a thing. Well, let's take it over and read it to her. Kokomi, is this the book you wanted?
I'm not sure, actually. Could you read a bit out loud? Yes, that's the one. Thank you.
Kokomi? Kokomi! Oh no! pretty exhausted. Guess there's still some time to go, too. Alright, let's keep her company while she rests. Avoid disaster. Protect peace at all costs. The war's over. Things are slowly getting better. Oh. Did you see? What time is it? Did I fall asleep?
Yep, you've been out for ages. It's nearly time for the feast.
I can't believe it got so late. I haven't slept that peacefully in so long. That's gotta be 3 whole energy points right there. Should be enough to see me through the peace talks. Thank you. Well, we better get ourselves over there. It's nearly time to light the bonfire.
Woohoo! Kokomi's back to full energy! Good to have you back.
It looks like everything's in place for the feast, but I still need to give a quick speech before the festivities begin.
Oh, how much energy will that take? Do you think you've got enough?
Don't worry, I've got plenty. Thanks to you two, I recovered more quickly than usual.
That's great! We'll be rooting for you.
Welcome, everyone! Today is the day that we celebrate our victory. Recently, our war with the Shogun's army came to an end, and we finally saw the abolition of the Vision Hunt Decree. None of us can know what the Inazuma of the future will look like. But tomorrow, I meet with the Tenryou Commission for peace talks. I give you my word that I will strive for peace for Watatsumi Island once and for all. Thank you all for your valiant efforts throughout. Truly, it is only through those efforts that we have been able to prevail in this trying war. This feast is held in honor of each and every one of you gathered here today. I hope all of you get to relax and enjoy our hard-won victory. Tonight seems to have gone off without a hitch. I'm so glad it's all going smoothly. People tend to be more open when they're in a good mood. Could I ask you to go around and see what information you can gather? I still have no further leads regarding the issue of potential collusion between the Tenryou Commission and the Fatui. And I'm concerned that something might happen at tomorrow's peace talks.
Okay, sure. We'll go ask around.
Watatsumi Island is finally at peace, and it's all thanks to Her Excellency, Sangonomiya. Recently, let me think. Well, the biggest thing for us is that we can finally get back out on the ocean to fish. During the hostilities, the open sea was full of warships. We just had to make do with what little fish and shrimp we could get our hands on closer to shore. When the catch wasn't good, we'd all go hungry. The poor kids were crying all day and night, but there was just nothing I could do. We'd go to bed ravenous and be tossing and turning all night long, trying to keep it together until the morning. At least things are finally improving now. I hear you're captain of Swordfish too, is that right? Well, thank you for your service. Here, have a fish. It's freshly caught, so it's a bit, fishy. But it's fine.
Oh, no. We couldn't possibly.
Come on, take it. Without you, we'd probably still be going to bed hungry tonight. Her Excellency always teaches us to repay kindness with gratitude.
Okay, well, thanks. Come on, let's go. Hey there! Care for some fruit and vegetables? Nature's remedy when you overdo the barbecue. Are you referring to the thing about the Tenryo Commission and the Fatui? I've heard rumors, but nothing too detailed. It's funny you should say that the soldiers seem excitable, though. I've had the same feeling. See that guy over there? He's been acting strange these days. Always shouting and waving his spear around when he's got nothing to do. He scared the heck out of me a few times. It's a miracle the fighting has finally come to an end. Yeah, I really hope we don't go making any more trouble for ourselves. Sorry, I'm afraid I don't have much information. If you still have questions, you may as well go and talk to him.
Sounds promising. Let's go see what that guy's deal is. Ugh. This guy smells of booze.
Huh? Wait, don't tell me. Captain of Swordfish 2, right? You actually came back. I thought you'd abandoned the platoon and made a run for it.
Nuh-uh. We would never run from a fight.
Is that so? All anyone talks about these days is peace and stability. Do you remember what the most important thing is to the Resistance? You got that right. So I'm gonna put you to the test. Time to see if you truly are a bona fide Resistance warrior. I'll answer your questions, but only if you can beat me in a duel.
Ugh, this guy. Would it kill him to just have a normal conversation? What do you think? Are we gonna do this?
We'll see about that. You're a strong fighter. No wonder Her Excellency chose you. You really do have a warrior's will. Then maybe you can understand us. Captain, comrade, will you join us? We made it up. The story about the Tenryo Commission colluding with the Fatui, it didn't happen.
What? Poor Kokomi's been worried sick. You're telling us you made the whole thing up? What the heck were you thinking? This could send you right back into war with the Tenryo Commission.
Yes, that's exactly what we're hoping to achieve. Peace talks? Everyone's been drawn in by the idea. That's why the future of Watatsumi Island is at stake. What's to stop the Tenryo Commission from stabbing us in the back? And what's to stop the Raiden Shogun from issuing another Vision Hunt decree? We are the Resistance. Everything hinges on our warrior's will. We can't trust the Tenryo Commission or the Raiden Shogun, but we can put faith in ourselves. Surely you agree with that?
His point does kind of make sense, but yeah. Everything you said just now was pure speculation, wasn't it? Are you seriously willing to make a wild rumor and ruin the peace everyone's worked so hard for, all because of some imaginary situation that may not even happen?
Don't take that tone with me, acting like you're above all of this. What would you understand? For the sake of victory, we embodied the warrior's will to the fullest. You understand? We were all in. Now they're suddenly trying to tell us that none of it matters anymore? You'd have me just put down my weapon and start living like an ordinary person, but how can I? How can I when every time I close my eyes, I see the faces of the friends we lost in battle? Every time I see them there in my mind's eye, it reminds me that I can never forgive the Tenryo Commission and never forgive the Vision Hunt decree. I guess you're not one of us. Well, whatever. Go ahead and tell Sango Nomiya if you want, but you're too late to stop us now.
Too late? What do you mean? Darn. Doesn't seem like he's gonna answer that one. What are we gonna do? This is really serious. We need to give Kokomi the full story right away! few things. The whole thing about the Tenryo Commission colluding with the Fatui is baloney. They made it all up. They wanted the peace talks to break down so that they could carry on fighting the war. And they said it's too late to try and stop them, no matter what we do.
I see. I'm fine. Don't worry. This is my fault. If only I'd perceived what they were feeling earlier, it never would have come to this. I think I understand what Kozin means when he says it's too late. The talks don't begin until tomorrow, but both sides have already sent their guards to the location. They are responsible for making sure the area is safe and secure. I highly suspect that one of Kozin's pro-war co-conspirators will have infiltrated the guards with an intent to reignite hostilities tomorrow during the negotiations.
Well, that's no good. Do you want us to head over there now and switch out the guards?
That won't work. Firstly, the act of bringing a new team of guards to a neutral negotiation site will put both sides on high alert. It would almost certainly push the pro-war faction into taking action. They would attack the Tenryo Commission's guards, and we'd be in danger of war breaking out once again. Not to mention that we have no idea how many of Watatsumi Island's soldiers are involved in this plot. If we change the guard in haste, we face the issue of not knowing who to trust.
Sounds like a really tricky situation. So is there really nothing we can do about it?
Don't let it worry you. What's done is done. Now it falls to me to devise a counter plan. These soldiers crossed the line, but the blame is not theirs alone. Whatever happens, I will find a way to ensure they do not come to harm. Let's meet here again tomorrow.